if they fuse, what is a fusion not gonna go Super Saiyan 4 after Goku went Super Saiyan 4?
It's gonna go Super Saiyan 4.
Come on, they're not gonna just stop it at 3.
Because guaranteed, bro. If we see a Vegeta Super Saiyan 4 next episode,
it's a wrap.
And they decide to fuse because
they need all the power.
They just need all the power they need because their individual stamina is going down. It's not enough. They can't finish the job fast enough. Then Super Saiyan 4 should be a one-shot kill. Because if Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta against Broly was about to be a one-shot final Kamehameha blast or whatever, motherfucker got saved.
Oh, that's that good.
Yo. It's your boys. Brother Ooch. It's me. And we are the Full Power a Podcast. Let's go. Come on. We're back again once again. Yes. Everybody, welcome back for another edition of the Full Power Podcast. It's your boys, the gang, the real ones. We're out here, the thriving Ozaros. You already know what it is. And today, like usual, per usual, we're talking about Dragon Ball Daima, and this time it's episode 19. Now, we're coming off hot, okay? We're coming off hot off episode 18. 18 was crazy. 18 gave us something that we predicted it. You know what I'm saying? We predicted it.
That was probably one of the easiest predictions, man.
Of course.
The follow-up episode, bro. Niggas really didn't. I feel like some people really didn't think we were going to get adults.
Oh, yeah, no. Well, yeah. I mean, it was one of those things that I could see why people may not, think it, because it's like one of those things that might just, slip your mind. As a possibility. You know what I'm saying? It's possible. It's possible, right? But anyways, we're here. We're here to talk to you guys in full detail, as mentioned in the reaction. In case you haven't seen the reaction video, highly recommend you go and check out the reaction video over on my channel where all the reactions are held. And leave a comment, your like, and all that. And yeah, really quick, episode 18, that reaction did really well with 16,000 views last time I checked. So shout out to everybody that liked and commented and watched it. I was recently on Geekdom Stream, the Super Magic Show, where we discussed Super Saiyan 4 and plenty more. He had several super chats, a lot of people throwing money so that we can answer questions. And it was like a 4-hour stream. Literally, I don't think he's had that long of an episode for Super Magic in ever. So we have definitely had a lot of time, a lot of fun, and everyone in the chat seemed to vibe with what I was saying and what I was bringing to the table. And what's even better is that I'm very happy that when I introduced the whole Super Saiyan 5 idea, people did not shit on me. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of people out there that are actually on the same wavelength as us when it comes to that, which is very surprising. I thought I was about to get flamed and ripped apart, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
But hey, the logic is all there, and people see it, I guess. But we're not here to talk about no Super Saiyan 5, okay? But we are here to talk about episode 19, so let's get right into it. So, where do you want to start? I guess from the beginning. So pretty much Vegeta gets the first dibs, right?
First dibs.
He gets first dibs after, of course, the wish goes through and everyone's turned back into their adult forms from where I guess they were last, or however old they were last, or whatever.
That was pretty much a rerun of Kid Buu fight, right?
What do you mean?
From the perspective of I believe Vegeta fought Kid Buu first, got whooped, and then Goku came in, and then he was the longevity fight in a sense, and he did the transformations, or with Kid Buu we didn't see from, I don't think, Super Saiyan to all the way to Super Saiyan 3 in an orderly fashion necessarily, but they kind of took a little bit of everything from the whole Buu saga, Buu arc, and put it into this episode. Yeah. Because it was Vegeta first. He fought, they showed more respect on Vegeta's name in this episode. Him going Super Saiyan 3, showing that power, and
it was so good.
Yeah, they did a really good job displaying Vegeta's Super Saiyan 3 power.
Mm-hmm.
But then he inevitably got defeated because that third eye is on some godly type of level.
Man.
And then, it's Goku's turn now, and he did the whole Super Saiyan introduction.
Listen.
Like I love how they brought that shit back.
Oh,
I
know.
never thought we would see that shit again. Like
I
in
know.
an orderly, type of fashion.
The explanation.
The explanation.
Yeah.
So, them bringing that back, Super Saiyan 1 through 3 plus the bonus, which we all know Super Saiyan 4, unless they're gonna give us a different name, which I don't really think. I feel like they'll either keep it Super Saiyan 4 or maybe call it something else, maybe, because it has something to do with the Ozaru within and shit. But you never know. I would say just keep it a Super Saiyan 4 because he's talking about Super Saiyans, obviously. Like you gotta keep it key.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, that's it.
Yeah. No, I totally agree with everything that you had said. As far as like the fight between Vegeta and Goma goes, it was a pretty solid fight. I mean, Vegeta had a lot of offense in. He was able to get a lot of moves. He did a freaking crazy Final Flash. That shit looked amazing.
He boosted that shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is the first time we're ever seeing adult Vegeta, Super Saiyan 3, with that type of power doing a Final Flash. I mean, dude, it literally put a hole through that entire island planet thing that they're on.
Bro, it was pretty much like the Final Flash that he used on Cell.
Oh, shit.
Right?
Yeah.
But
okay.
it was even more powerful, obviously, because Super Saiyan 3 is a completely different level.
But
yeah, nah. I mean, I feel like my prediction for this final, I feel like we still might get Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Honestly,
man, I fucking hope so.
The only way I could see that happening is, Goku, because I guarantee you the first half of the last episode is going to obviously start off with Goku Super Saiyan 4 versus Goma. Seeing how that goes, he's still trying to distract Goma or weaken him to a degree where Piccolo can go behind him and hit him 3 times in the head or something to take the eye out. That's the primary objective, but I don't know. I don't think that's going to be how it happens. Piccolo going from behind and shit like that. Trying to knock out the third eye. I don't think that's going to happen that way. But I feel like Vegeta's going to watch Goku in the Super Saiyan 4 state. He's going to get a little tight, and then he's going to talk to Neba on the side and be like, get me this thing. You know what I mean?
Come on, give it to him.
Let me, get or do whatever you did to Goku when we were kids and give me that power so he can help him or some shit like that. I feel like that's what's going to, happen.
Yeah,
and then
100%.
I'm not going to say we're going to get a fusion. There's only one episode left. So, if it's going to happen, it's got to happen, at a fast pace within this episode. I'm telling you, by the first half, if we don't get, Vegeta asking Neba to help him transform into Super Saiyan 4 like he did with Goku by half, I don't think there's going to be enough time.
You know what would be really fun?
Unless it's an extended episode. But
yeah, I mentioned that in the reaction that I actually hope that we do get a full, if it can't be any longer than 30 minutes, it needs to be 30 minutes of straight action. No intro, no outro, no midway, no fluff, only buffs, okay? That's literally all we need, all we want, especially if this is the actual last episode, which, a lot of people, ourselves included, have reported on based off of what Geekdom has said and that it's only 20 episodes. So with all that said, on the topic of Vegeta getting Super Saiyan 4, or in this case, not getting Super Saiyan 4, that was one of the things that I started talking about on the reaction, where I was just that was something that I was almost banking on to happen in this episode, in addition to the fusion. Because in my mind, I'm looking at Daima as a show that has shown how fast-paced it can be. Yes, we had episodes that were straight garbage, earlier on, but you look at this, how things are moving along, and that's why I was, very set on, oh, yeah, we're getting a fusion. Vegeta, because it's if it's wrapping up, I feel like next episode is going to go crazy, because they slowed down a little bit, even though they did give us some really good action in 19, but there was fluff in there. They gave Glorio some time to be accepted by everyone that was with him. And, I guess the purpose that it served was that it was simply just something that, there's more to Gloria that we don't know because Arinsu wasn't even all that mad at him. She fired him, but she also said, like, even after I had saved you. So there's more to that there. It's like, oh, like what happened to Gloria? Like what did she save him from? You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's more to be seen, and I can see why or how people could want a season 2 of Daima, but then again, it's just like how and where would that even fit?
Nah, I wouldn't want a season 2.
And like and even then at that point it would just be a series about Glorio and whoever other characters that they would want to just explain his backstory. So it's like I don't think that's gonna happen. But I imagine because this is it next week, they're gonna have to tell us what happened. Or that's just gonna be one of those things. That's just gonna be one of those things that we'll just never know. But again, I bring all that up because this was a part of the episode that took time away from shit we wanted to see.
Exactly. So they got that shit out the way. Now it should just all be focused on this last episode.
Correct.
Of everything that we could imagine, in a sense.
You know,
like if like I said earlier, the only way these next few things that we would like to happen is if they fill in the gaps before like halftime correctly. And then, I mean, as soon as we know if the episode is going to be longer than normal, then we can kind of assume certain things can still play like a part.
Okay.
Because time's a factor, so time's a factor. And then you also have to like kind of imagine like how strong is Goku Super Saiyan 4 in his adult form. Obviously he's probably going to be stronger than when he was a kid, and maybe give Goma a harder time because he has full strength, even though he's still hurt, has less stamina in in this state. But I still have some faith that Vegeta will still get his shine, his transformation, and then we might get a fusion. Because I feel like a fusion is the only way to kind of handle this situation, because I personally don't feel that Piccolo's fast enough to be able to knock that third eye out. And I honestly feel like that would be a weak ass like ending. I want to personally see like a nice finishing blow, whether it's directly to the third eye to get it out or whatever, or to just fully destroy it, inside Goma, and then Goma disintegrates or some shit like that. I don't know, but obviously the key is to destroy the third eye first. Yeah, and whether that's the finishing blow in general, like with Goma, then that's it. That's like what I would kind of like to see. So whether it's like a final Kamehameha or some shit like that, or a Dragon Fist direct hit to the third eye, like fucking it up, that's it.
Yeah, so in this episode, they unveiled that, and this is actually going back to the fluff for a second, because during that portion, Orinsu basically does something that I think we mentioned this very briefly in a previous episode, where it was like, oh, there might be a chance where she could help them. And so in this situation, she actually did. So basically, she had Majin Ku go find some book that had a bunch of spells and magic and stuff. It was not, I'm sorry. It was a book about magic artifacts. So that actually, in a way, that's actually something that legit in the moment went over my head. There's way more magical artifacts that could probably be OD or more OD or something like that. So that's something to think about if they ever wanted to go back to the demon realm or explore more of it, because there's more magical items and stuff. But anyway, she has him get this book so that she can basically look for she basically got the strategy guide. And so she's going to find the freaking hacks, the cheats, the whatever it is, the weak point of the tertian oculus. And it is said in this book that all they got to do is hit Goma back in the back of the head 3 times. Now, for a second,
in a row.
Yeah, in a row. That is key. For a second, I thought that they were legit going to be like, oh, you got to hit him in the back of the nape of the neck on some Attack on Titan shit. I'm like, what are we? Nah, but they didn't go that route. So, but it is funny that it's something that has to do with the back of the head area. So that's what they have to do. And Vegeta was gonna try to just finish the fight on his own. And he said it a few times, like, I'd rather die than give up or whatever. And as soon as Bulma came out and was like, if you don't stop with trying to do a solo dolo, I'm not taking a bath with you no more. And I don't think anybody in the history of Dragon Ball, no one in the fandom probably would have ever expected to see that happen. Another side of Vegeta, another layer, another part of his character. Listen, I appreciate how much he loves his wife. I will give him that.
Yeah, right.
I really do. And listen, Vegeta likes his baths with his lady. And you know what? Good on him. And I never seen him stop fighting so fast in my life, bro.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
That was kind of funny.
It was really funny. So that's the other thing. Like, this episode also gave us like that Toriyama humor. So it's like, all right, we're getting it all. But I will admit I wasn't very thrilled with the lack of Super Saiyan 4 for Vegeta. And I'm also kind of like surprised that they didn't even at least set up the fusion bug yet.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Like they like just keep in mind the bag that those bugs are in. They could have literally like in this episode they were also trying to come up with a strategy on like how to defeat Goma, and they're all standing around and they're like, yeah, like no matter how many times we hit him, he just seems to it doesn't affect him. Like that eye is the problem.
He doesn't get exhausted or nothing.
Yeah, so it's like he doesn't get exhausted. They're losing stamina, and when Bulma told him to stop fighting, Goku steps in. And then when Goku steps in, he steps in with a plan in mind with Piccolo. So, and you know what that reminded me of? That gave me vibes back to Raditz.
Yep, I was gonna say that.
Oh yeah,
I was gonna say that. That little duo and shit.
Yeah, that little team up.
But like, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that type of finish. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want no weak ass finish and shit.
No,
you know, fair. Like, I don't know. I would rather them blow up the third eye with it. You know, like when with Goma. You know, like I wouldn't want to whatchamacallit, like a 3-hit tap to knock it out, and then Goma is like miniature Goma, and then what are they gonna do?
And
like,
the fight's over.
Yeah, the fight's over. So it's like
they're not gonna kill him.
Yeah,
they're not gonna kill him. If they don't have to, they're not gonna kill him.
If they don't have to, they're not gonna kill him. But I feel like if they're gonna destroy the third eye, like on some Broly shit. Like that, some Broly type finish, like where he would have died.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying? Like if they go that OD hard, Goma's dying with the third eye.
Yeah, true.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's the type of finish I would love to see. You know.
I hope that I at least hope. I know that Dragon Ball is very full of humor and stuff, but I hope that they don't have a comical end to this fight. Like it's not literally just like a 1, 2, 3. And then the eye just pops out.
Yeah, because once the eye pops out, they ain't got nothing to worry about. So it's like, I mean, the goal obviously would probably be to destroy the eye if that's how it happens. You know, they pop out the eye after the 3 hits in the back of the head. And then, you know, the next goal is to just destroy it indefinitely so nobody can own it.
I think that's the play, yeah.
And then
knock it out, destroy it.
They jail out Goma or some shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that's like such a weak ass ending. Like I would rather just see Goma die with the eye or some shit. Because honestly, assuming they want to destroy the eye, and if they do it while it's still within Goma, like they're gonna need enough firepower to destroy the third eye. And with destroying the third eye, that should kill Goma probably.
Yeah.
Like.
I mean, especially if they fuse.
Nigga should be disintegrated.
Yeah.
If they fuse with Super Saiyan 4,
cooked.
He is cooked.
It has to
There's
be.
no saving his life. There shouldn't be.
And see, and that's, dude, that is why I was really banking on a Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta this episode. Because if they fuse What is a fusion not gonna go Super Saiyan 4? As
It's
after
gonna go-
Goku wins Super Saiyan
It's gonna
4?
go Super Saiyan 4.
Come
bro.
on, they're not gonna just stop it at 3.
Because guaranteed, bro. If we see a Vegeta Super Saiyan 4 next episode,
It's a wrap.
and they decide to fuse because
They need all the
they
power.
just need all the power they need because their individual stamina is going down. And it's not enough. They can't finish the job fast enough. Then Super Saiyan 4 should be a one-shot kill. Because if Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta against Broly was about to be a one-shot final Kamehameha blast or whatever, motherfucker got saved. I hope niggas don't forget that shit.
Yeah,
He got
yeah,
saved.
yeah, he did. He did.
That was about to be the last time we was gonna see Broly.
Yeah, yeah, that's facts.
A one and done type shit.
Yeah, that is facts.
So, assuming we get this Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta or whatever this new potential fusion could be, if it's the Super Saiyan bugs that allow them to do it,
Yeah.
then it should be a one-shot kill, bro. Like realistic. Realistic.
So okay, so let me clarify. So what you're saying is, if they do a fusion, the whole 3 taps to the back of the head shouldn't even fucking.
should not be needed.
They
should overrule that.
It's just a KO at that point.
KO.
Okay.
KO.
I just wanted to clarify. All right, bet. All right. Well, yeah. Aside from that, I mean, yeah. So I'm thinking of all the things that happened out of this episode. We talked about Vegeta and Bulma, and oh yeah. So in relation to that, like, as far as Vegeta possibly getting Super Saiyan 4 in the next episode, I mean, it's now or never, right?
Now or never. Yeah.
Like, I think what would be funny to play off of the Bulma moment is if she sees like Goku still struggling, and she goes to Neva and she's like, "Hey, can you like do what you did to Goku but to Vegeta?"
Yeah.
And that would be funny. And like, but it would be even funnier if he didn't know that Bulma asked Neba. And like it would be like one of those indirect things where then what Bulma does is she goes to Vegeta and like hypes him up. And she goes like, you're the Prince of all Saiyans. You're my husband. You're this, you're that. And that's what fuels him. And then let's say she even makes another bath comment, and that's what really fucks him up. And then imagine Neba's just like, oh, I mean, I didn't do exactly what I did to Goku, but he just did the rest on his own. That'd be fire.
Nah,
It'd be funny.
I don't think it's gonna be on some indirect shit. I feel like it'll just be a direct transaction of being like, yo,
Yeah.
like help me transform like how you help Goku.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
give me that boost so I could do it and help him out. So we could take out Goma.
What
blah,
would
blah, blah.
what would be even cooler is if Vegeta just makes eye contact with Neba and just looks at him, and Neba just knows. He's like,
gives him that wink shit and then gives it to him.
yes. That's what I want to see. I need that. I need some sort of contact to happen, because Neba did it to Goku because he knew at that point, oh shit, like I need to help. Now he's gonna have to see that happen again in order for them to just, for him to just do it to Vegeta. So
Yeah, no, because honestly, that's all Neba needs to do. Just give him that boost because the stamina that Vegeta has right now is at an all-time low.
yes.
So he's pretty much out the fight right now.
For now, yeah.
So like, unless Neba gives him that boost to do the transformation, like he did with Goku, when Goku was in a tight scenario,
Mm-hmm.
that's the only shot we got.
Now that's the other part that I wanted to talk about. So like, you see how they like Goku and Piccolo were like strategizing and trying to figure out like what to do. I figured at that moment it would have been the absolute pristine time to think about, damn, like what happened to those revive bugs, because they kept putting emphasis on their stamina being low. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they kind of went back to that already. They did that like an episode or two ago, when Vegeta was struggling or whatever. And this is when they were kids.
Yeah,
In their kid forms. They reflected back on the bugs, because they were worn out or whatever. At least Vegeta was, and he asked Goku, for like a revival shit.
Yeah.
Like a senzo bean type bug.
And he was like, oh, yeah,
and he
it's
was
not in my
like,
thing.
yeah, he lost it.
Mhm.
And then they never referred back to that shit again.
Yeah, but there's a lot of things that they don't refer back to on purpose. But like since it just happened, I figured that they would at least make a comment because that would set it up. Because like they're all within proximity of each other. And when I say all, I mean every character that's watching this fight. So in my mind, I'm just like, I can see Piccolo and Goku having a conversation. They're talking about how to defeat Goma. And then Goku's like, man, I wish I had those revive bugs. I don't know what happened to them. Hybis overhears. And then, of course, he fucking finds them because, of course, he does. He found the third eye. He was wearing it on his freaking belt the entire time. So it makes perfect sense that he would be the guy to accidentally find the pouch that has all these bugs that are literally going to help this climax at the very end of this show.
You know, it's so tough, like, with, I guess, predicting that. Like, because they were lost. Like, they're lost.
Yeah, they fell
right
out of
now.
his freaking
And
thing.
there was no moment in the show where they took some time, you know, a minute or whatever, for somebody to just pick that shit up. Or to even locate where it's at.
Right.
Because we have no idea where it's at.
Yep.
So it's like, it's hard to kind of gauge where it's at, plus who's going to find it, if anyone's going to find it. And if they're not going to find it, then it was kind of just like a waste of a showing. You know what I mean? Because like, why show us a fusion bug along with all these other types of bugs that, you know, help with stamina, rebuild, and all that, recovery, and then they lose them. And now we're at the final episode, and it's like, all right, are they out the picture or not?
Nah.
You know, like,
yeah.
like are they gonna utilize what they showed us,
Mhm.
or are they just gonna be like, oh, they lost them, and now they have to find out or find a different way to finish them off, whether that's through the double Super Saiyan 4, Goku Super Saiyan 4, or them individually fusing like the natural way.
Oh, yeah, no. I would be surprised if they actually went to that. Because then that would they're not going to do the Metamorin. They're not doing the dance. Because that would cause so many problems.
Why?
Think about it. Broly is the first time they learned how to do it. Okay? You have to realize that.
Okay.
And if they do that, it shits on so many things. And then all it will do is fuel the people that are convinced that this is an alternate timeline. And I'm like, no, it's not. It literally takes place right after they defeated Boo.
Do any of the Glins have an earring?
Yes, Shin has his earrings on.
Like both of them?
I'm pretty sure he's wearing them both.
So
it's like, yeah, they could do Vegito.
They could do Vegito. They could do Vegito if that's like the last resort. They can't find these fucking bugs, and that's all they could think about.
That would be a last resort.
That would be super last resort. So then it would be Vegito Super Saiyan 4.
Wow.
That would be a twist.
Damn, that would be a twist. But again, it's like, why introduce the fusion bugs?
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I keep going back to they're gonna use the bugs.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what I was. But it's hard. It's hard to think about because they haven't plotted.
Okay, you know what? Maybe what's gonna actually happen is, say they reserve the Patara for the Saiyans, the usual shit. So that way we do get like a Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, right? And that's also assuming that Vegeta actually gets fucking Super Saiyan 4. Okay.
Yeah, he needs it. He needs it.
Yes, that's what.
For that to be given to us, he needs it because they need to be on a similar power level.
Yes.
For that shit to happen.
Yes. So because of that, I feel like at that point, if we're gonna go down that route, then the fusion bugs are gonna be reserved for whoever's gonna find them, and they're gonna eat them by accident. And you know who wasn't seen in this entire episode? Majin Buu.
That's so true.
Buu was not seen in all of 19 whatsoever. We don't know where he's at. And we actually, funny enough, we saw Tamagami 1 low-key, like more as a background character. But I don't remember seeing Majin Buu at all. We saw Ku, not Buu. So I'm almost in the belief that when we see dude come out the rubble from wherever he's at, the bugs are going to be right there.
He picks him up type shit.
So I could see that happening. I could see him thinking they're chocolate, and then we'll actually get to see how those fusion bugs work, because it's like, how the hell does that even make sense?
I feel like the only person that would know how it works is probably like someone like Neva.
Probably.
Because he's been there so long, so he knows everything. But like,
so it's like, if we're gonna believe that the fusion bug is a 3-way fusion, you would assume that, okay, well then the other 2 people gotta eat one, right? But we don't even know how that works. Like, if it's one person that eats it and whoever's in close proximity just joins in.
Nah, there's gotta be some rules to that shit.
Has to. Because then it's like, who's fusing with do? Is it Ku? And who else? Arinsu?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Like Glorio?
I can't. I'm not predicting
Piccolo?
that far, bro.
Fucking Dende?
I need to see them find it first.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm not wasting my mental capacity for that shit, bro.
Episode 20 is gonna be crazy.
I'm only the only prediction I'm really like reaching for is Vegeta talking to Nebula, vice versa.
Yes.
And him getting the boost to get Super Saiyan 4 at the least. And then, we have Vegeta Super Saiyan 4 plus Goku Super Saiyan 4. And then at that point, it's like we're gonna have a bang out with, Vegeta and Goku fighting Goma.
Yeah.
And then maybe the most we'll get is a team up Final Flash plus a Red Kamehameha combo.
Oh, you're still hoping for that red one?
Yeah, I'm still hoping for that shit.
Hey.
I'm still hoping for that shit. That shit would be so tough.
Wait. I got one for you. Red Kamehameha, blue flames.
I mean, we got the blue Kamehameha with the flames already.
Exactly.
So, I mean.
And now it's inversed. I just love blue fire. I think that shit would be crazy. If that
That is the hottest flame.
White is the hottest.
Or how white is, yeah.
But blue is hot is up there. Yeah.
Yeah. Second. Technically. On some blue exorcist shit.
Ah!
But yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to gauge where this shit can go. It could kind of be in like any direction, or it could be a lame ass ending. Which I really hope it's not.
It can't be at this point.
Like, I don't know how hard, like, that would be such a hard flop if it's like a poor ending where it's like kind of where I was saying before, like it's like a 3-tap to the back of the head to just knock out the eye, and then there's really no fight after that.
It's like, all right, guys, we can all go home now.
I'm telling you, as soon as the eye is knocked out, it's over, and that's if that's how it happens. I want to see the destruction route, where where it's like a huge blast going on between Goma, and then Goku and Vegeta are doing a key, like some, like their key signature moves.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I don't know. And then destroying the eye with Goma.
Yeah.
Like that's what I want to see. Like on some fucking Garudagon shit. Like
Garudagon.
Garudagon got fucked up by the Dragon Fist, but
yo, it's been such a long time. I need to rewatch that movie. I don't remember anything that happens.
Movie. But I mean, that could be another finishing touch. But honestly, like the Dragon Fist, like literally a direct hit to the third eye. It's so powerful, it just destroys it. And then with that would be a fire ending.
That would be. But hey, you know what? Yeah, listen.
I either want to see the fucking blast or the fucking Dragon Fist, man. That's it. That's the only 2 endings I want. If it's anything else, I might be disappointed.
Okay, here's my thing though. Okay, if it's 3 hits, you would assume the first 2 gotta be like something that will stun him enough. If the third is a Dragon Fist, they're gonna kill him. There's no way. First of all, the eye will come off, but that Dragon Fist is going through his head.
But that's what I'm saying. We don't need a 3-hit combo. We just need 1 Dragon Fist. That's all. That's what I'm saying. If it's a direct hit, it's gonna blow up his fucking head.
Yeah.
With the eye. It's all in one combo.
It's gonna be on some Majin Buu Babidi shit when he punched him and his whole head exploded.
Yeah, bro. Like that would be a fire ending right there. Cause after this, like, why keep Goma alive? Like, tell me one reason why we're gonna keep this motherfucker alive. It's like because this third eye is too powerful, and that would just like I said, it would be a weak ass ending If it's just
Mm-hmm.
a 3 tap to the back of the head and then he's small and then what they jail him and shit, nah. They go this length to not do some crazy shit.
Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. Hold on. The one thing I also want to talk about before I forget is how during the I would say the hypest moment. And no, it's not to see. I'm sorry to Vegeta fans. Okay, it wasn't to see Vegeta going Super Saiyan 3 in his adult form. It was seeing and hearing the Saiyan explanation, the classic Goku Saiyan explanation from all the way back when he told. And it's funny because it actually makes perfect sense how he would do this because he literally not that long ago explained it to Boo. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when you put like everything in chronological order,
The timeline.
Daima comes right after Boo's defeat, right? So it's like here he is in his adult form fighting a really strong opponent, Goma, and he's like, "This is Super Saiyan." And then, as soon as he said that, I was like,
I mean, there's still time, or like we could still have that final moment of him saying, "This is Super Saiyan 4" or something. Right in the beginning of the episode. That would be dope.
That
we get that.
would be fire. But let me just also say that he does the whole explanation. It was so well done. The animation throughout the entire transformation sequence is fucking ridiculous. And then the fact that he said and a bonus. Okay, I wanna put something out there right now. So we can confirm officially that what Neba did to Goku is a permanent change. This is a biological. It's in his DNA now. Okay? Like, it is everything that how we explained it, how Geekdom has explained it, how Jordan has explained it, just about anyone with a fucking brain that can understand what they're seeing has explained that what he did is not some, like, oh, it's a one and done. Goku, first of all, didn't even have a tail when they became adults again. He didn't even have a tail when he got depowered in the last episode.
It was within him.
The fact that he went from 3, took the shirt off, 4, and then it was all there, like it was there the entire time, dude, that honestly tells me this is Demon Realm exclusive. I feel like it's like they're gonna explain it.
Yeah, they're gonna have to find some time at the end of this to definitely explain.
There's no way because that was the big surprise. Like it was a gift enough to see the explanation happen because that's a throwback. I can't wait to go back to that clip and I'm gonna put the Super Saiyan 3 song myself in that shit. Okay.
I'm surprised they didn't redo it.
No, they couldn't. Well, they could, but they're not going to. See, that would be some next level big brain meta shit that Akio Iyoku. Listen, if that ever happens, Akio Iyoku needs to be like put on the Hollywood Walk. He needs to be given a Grammy. He needs to be given all these sorts of awards because he would have broken all these historic moments, history, and all that shit because that has never happened.
I mean, they're already breaking fucking Crunchyroll and shit.
Well, here's the thing. In anime, we come from a time period where dubs used to have their own. Some of them would have their own soundtracks. So, like with Dragon Ball Z, had a completely different soundtrack to the Japanese version.
True.
Okay, but after a certain time, they just stopped with that shit. They were just like, yeah, no. Like I'm pretty sure if we watch Yu-Gi-Oh, the Yu-Gi-Oh soundtrack is different. For GX too. Like GX had its own thing.
True.
Japanese version, I'm pretty sure, was different. Now, Dragon Ball again, similar. But like I'm pointing out, after a certain time, all that shit goes away. All anime from that point onward share the same soundtrack. Obviously, they have different voice actors for different dubs, like Japanese, English, Spanish, whatever. But the soundtrack remains the same. If they ever have the balls, the Super Dragon Balls, to be like, oh yeah, let's make our own version that's based on the shit that was popular for the North American fans. And first of all, it's not even just for the North American fans. It's for the fucking fans, Period. Heart stop. Because everybody knows that song.
I wonder if the English version is gonna put that in there.
They won't. That's the point that I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like nowadays, that is something that does not happen.
Like it's all synced now. Is that what you're saying?
It's all sunk.
Okay.
But that would be a nice surprise
That'd be fire.
if they but that would be their moment to do it. That would be their moment to do it. But I don't think they're gonna do it.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
But hey, you know what? Because of that slight 0.001% chance of it happening, that's gonna make me pay more attention to the English uploads as they come out now. Because like I haven't seen the English version of Daima since I went to see it in the theaters for the first 3 episodes. But every week they keep putting up one more.
I wonder if they're gonna put that shit in the theaters again for like this last segment.
Nah, because
Probably not, no.
if they did, they would have announced it by now.
True.
Yeah. But yo, listen, that part, that shit, that's how you break the internet again. It's like not only are we hearing the Super Saiyan 3 song from the fucking Funimation dub in a Japanese like series, they took that song, they used it in their version because that's how world renowned it is. Like that would make people go crazy. That is the one song that managed to survive everything else that was terrible about like the the English dub from back in the day. So yeah, I had to shout that out. I had to talk about it because dude, like that was not on my bingo card at all. Out of all the predictions and the shit that we were saying, I never thought I would ever see that shit. But I'm telling you, when episode 19 comes out in English, I'm watching that shit.
Yeah, I would probably watch.
I'm watching that shit just to see.
I want to hear the voices again.
I hope they do get Sean back. Sean Schemmel, he's the adult Goku voice actor. And if he's back for there, I can't wait to hear his voice for that shit.
Yeah. That'd be dope.
All right, let me see what you guys responded to the poll of our post episode thoughts to episode 19. So here we go. Let me see. Okay, so from Worse Than a Demon from Patreon. So again, if you want to hear yours read, prioritize, boom, become a Thriving Ozara today. Patreon link in the description below. First of all, said it was godlike, number 1. Said it was mad fire. Seeing Vegeta Super Saiyan 3 as an adult made me so hype. I didn't expect him to be that cool. As for Goku, I didn't think he would transform into Super Saiyan 4 again after he said he was low on energy. But I like this version better than the GT version. Wow.
I mean, it's honestly, when it comes to that, like, when we see this form more, we're gonna naturally, like, start being okay with it.
Yes.
So that's, that's just that.
Yeah. Like legit, all it's gonna take is seeing it more to get people to be more accepting of it. And also at the same time, what it'll also do is it will have an effect on folks that feels similarly to how I feel whenever I look at classic Broly. Whenever I see classic Broly, I always have that. like when you see something like you grew up with.
Seeing Broly from the second movie always gets me.
Of course.
Always.
Of course. Like it's like you can never throw away those memories and those feelings. They just don't go away. So it's like, even though his story was so stupid, made no sense, why is he mad at Goku? Like, he was still a beloved character, and he was loved so much that we got an official version, right? So it's like, even in the video games, whenever I see classic Broly, I'm like, oh, like that's our boy, like, we go way back type shit. Like, it's like an old friend you just don't get rid of, like that you just always, no matter what happens in life, you're always there. That's how people are gonna look at the GT Super Saiyan 4. It's like, what? Just because we got an official version, it means that the old one? No. All that does is that gives that original shit more prestige because it's so unique to itself now. Because obviously it's like, at this point, GT's officially in the can. Like it was already in the can already, but now more than ever, it's done. It's been done.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a great comment. Now I'm gonna head over to the YouTube where I put the poll up on my channel and on the podcast channel. So this comes from Housetop. I will say though, the threat of Goma was diminished the last episode, and this one with base Vegeta able to go toe to toe with him. Interesting. I think I see what he's saying. So then he goes, meanwhile, the whole crew is just standing by watching it all unfold. I know this is kind of the Dragon Ball formula though. So what do you think about that comment?
What he basically said, Goma was diminished in like power value.
I think that's what he was trying to say, but I can understand why.
No, I could understand why, because he was getting beat on this episode from Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, but stamina wise, it just wasn't enough. And plus, like, that third eye is such a buff, it pretty much kind of negates stamina and exhaustion, it seems.
Yep.
So
and the big one, they're adults again.
Yeah, they're adults, but they're still debuffed in a sense, stamina wise, because just because they got wished back to adult form, they still took on whatever damage was dealt to them in kid form or whatever. But they're still stronger, 100%. I guess it just doesn't offset the damage that was already done.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we're just gonna have to see how this ends, man. I already know how I want it to kind of end or unfold to a degree, but there's still some like things that may not happen, may happen. Like the may not happen, I feel like is the fusion. That's like the may not happen or may happen. What I believe will happen is Vegeta Super Saiyan 4.
Okay, I'll be happy with that.
I'll be happy with that. And then I want a big end, like a big fucking end. I don't want no weak ass ending, man. But yeah, that's how far I'll go. I've been right, so.
I think what House is trying to point out was just like, it feels like it's diminished because it's like, how can Vegeta go toe to toe with this big ass Goma? But I feel like it's a multitude of reasons. One, they're back in the adult forms.
Yeah.
That's a big one right there.
Big difference.
Huge difference. Two, he was fighting him in base form because, like he mentioned, he was getting used to the gravity and his body again because they were just fighting as kids and they had to deal with that. Three, Goma's so huge and Vegeta, even being an adult size, is still tiny in scale. And thus, he's faster than Goma. So it's like, it's no different from every giant versus, or like, what is it? It's like, where when you have the tiny dude versus the Goliath, it's like the smaller guy is always going to be the faster one. And Vegeta's hella fast, he's also way more versed in combat, not to take anything away from Goma, even though it's like, he's also still getting adjusted. He basically has to make adjustments every time the Tertian Oculus like rebuffs him.
Mm-hmm.
It's like he's getting bigger and stronger, and he's got to like just kind of adapt on the fly. So it's like, yeah, Vegeta was able to go toe to toe with him, and yes, everyone else was watching because that's Dragon Ball to the T. It's like they usually always allow one dude to fight at a time because at part of Dragon Ball's core is like the martial arts aspect of it.
They're saying pride.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
The same pride thing is caked in, but the martial arts is a big part of why they do the things that they do, where they fight with honor and pride, and they let you one at a time. But obviously, as we saw in the last episode in 18. Where if they feel like, okay, everybody needs to fucking all hands on deck or we're all dead, they obviously go in and do that. They did it with Broly too. The fuck? Do you think they were gonna one-on-one Broly?
They already knew.
Fuck no.
I mean, they did in the beginning. But then they started to realize,
exactly.
Oh shit, this motherfucker, he's getting stronger.
Nah, son.
He's getting stronger.
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah. So okay, this next person says Goku went Super Saiyan 4 at will. So does that confirm it's only a demon realm transformation? That's a bummer if true. Hey, guess what? I was literally just saying that. I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to be looking like as far as what the potential explanation can be, because like the thing is, if it was a one and done, he wouldn't have been able to do it. Neva would have had to have done what he did again. But again, what Neva did was he infused his magic in Goku's DNA to unlock that shit. That's something deep in there that he needed demon magic to wake up. So that means that he has access to it. That's his. But it might also have to do with where he's at, where his surroundings is, the atmosphere. Because if he goes back to Earth, which is not Demon Realm, and they have that spar, which I talked to you about on this podcast, I literally gave the idea. I was like, I can see them going back. Everyone's adults. Everyone's having a picnic. Goku and Vegeta have another spar, and then they want to show off their new powers, or they want to fight.
Test it
Yeah, right. And then they try, and they can't. And then that's when that's when they make the connection. It's just like, oh man, like we just can't.
They can't let us in. Like, I don't know, man. They can't just let us fucking flop like that.
No, so okay, I'm gonna give this other answer in addition to all this, because I need to get this out, because I've been thinking about this for weeks and I keep forgetting to mention it. This is literally how they can reintroduce this form through Broly. Because Broly is the guy that has already been confirmed through his movie that he already tapped into his great ape. He already tapped in. So now the next quest or task is, how do we use that form without having to go to the demon realm? There's got to be something. Or they just learn how to use demon magic, demon ki, because they have also expressed the idea, or maybe it's not really an idea, it's kind of like a fact, where it's just like magic and ki are kind of one and the same. They're different maybe in property, like based on like where you are, but it's just like demon magic, they call demon magic. But notice every time the same warriors or whoever's fighting, they're using ki and they're doing all these things that we know as ki blast and whatnot. They think that's magic because it is, because it's one and the same. So in my mind, I'm just like, so they just need to learn the demonic side of it.
Mm-hmm.
And Broly, he's all, like he's one fucking fart away from accidentally destroying them. But in the manga, we at least see that he's starting to now control more of himself. So I'm just
I
like,
feel like with Broly, they're gonna take it in stages. I don't think he's just gonna shit out.
No.
Super Saiyan 4.
I'm not.
Like
I'm not saying that at all.
Super Saiyan 3 first or some shit like that. That would be dope.
That would be fine. He could get it. That's cool. But like, I'm with the idea that because they got one-shotted by Black Frieza, Goku and Vegeta are gonna be like, yeah, we all need to train and stuff. And then he's like, wait a minute, and he thinks back to when they was in the Demon Realm. He's like, do you remember that time where we had those like, primal powers or whatever? If hopefully they call Super Saiyan 4 by then, so it's official. But it's like, remember when we went, like we had this, we can't use it then? It's like, Broly feels like he's kind of there. And like, honestly, they could rope Gohan into this shit too, because Gohan, beast Gohan. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels like it's all connected in some way. And they have to, because there's no way you're one and doneing Super Saiyan 4.
That would be disrespectful.
You could put it on the shelf, sure, that's fine. You could ice it for a little bit. But look at how popular it is. It broke Crunchyroll. It broke the fucking internet. Like, come on, dude. Like for now, it's Daima, but later it's gonna come back. It has to.
Nah, it's gonna come back, bro. It's gonna come back.
Fucking has to, dude. Okay, this person says this episode is goated. Though I wonder how they will explain this for when Dragon Ball Super comes back. Hopefully, it's either they forget A la a mind wipe, or maybe Goku has been keeping it a secret, making the form stronger until he masters it like he did with Super Saiyan 1 in the time chamber. That's an interesting thought. I don't know how likely that is, because like they've been in enough situations in the like all throughout Super where it was all or nothing. And so they put everything out there. So any of those moments would have been time to just, okay, I got to use it. It never happened. So I don't think that's going to be why.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how that shit go.
Okay, let me just check this other poll real fast. All right, nice. One person. And this person says, it's everything I ever wanted, to be honest. There you go. And you know what? On all of the polls that I had hosted, everyone's been in between godlike and it was okay. No, not one person has said it was bad or it was trash, which lines
you
up.
can't say it's trash if they delivered,
Yeah.
what they delivered us so far.
Absolutely.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
They went pretty far in length.
Yeah. No, they definitely did.
Mm.
And I'm with it. Like I said, I am a little upset that we didn't get the certain things that we got. But, there's, like you said, there's still hope for the
Still a little hope.
Dude, can you believe it? Listen, it's been a long journey. We're finally at the end. And you of all people have come a long way, let me tell you. If I had the time to make a compilation of how you started versus where you're at now with this show, it would be like a really cool like transition to watch. Yeah, progression. Yeah, exactly. All right, folks. And with all that being said, you already know what time it is. It is now that time for your Patreon shoutouts. Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
If you want to hear your name shouted out at the end of these, make sure patreon.com/Full Power Podcast. Get your name wrapped like this. Let's go. Jayante Sheridan. Anthony Parker.
Park that beat.
Lord Payne.
Panning his nuts.
Worse than the demon.
Demon time.
Jared Stewart. That's a new one. Jarek Rivera.
Jarek Rivera.
Mr. Back Again Once Again.
We back again once again.
Odd Man Out.
Never gonna out.
Philly Handball.
Smack that bitch.
Soul Awakens.
Wake your ass up.
Super Saiyan Soul.
It's Super Saiyan.
Travis Boyette.
Travis Boyette.
Vegeta Uchiha.
Vegeta Uchiha.
And shout outs to our boy from Japan. He got a bald head. It's Juice. Juice.
Who go?
Juice. All right, boys. That's going to be it, boys and girls. That's going to be it for us on this week's episode of the Full Power Podcast. Here's your reminder that the Daima Post show, Sunday, 10:30. Be there. Get your thoughts, get your speculation, get all your predictions, because episode 20 is upon us, and it is the finale to Dragon Ball Daima, so we're expecting it to be a big one. At least we're hoping so. So don't miss that show. You're definitely going to want to be a part of that to get all of your last remaining predictions and whatnot here out loud on the show. And it is a fun time to engage with you guys live. We actually love it. It's probably going to be what we do going forward after time is done. But, that's neither here nor there. So last, what do you got left for the people at home?
Regular shit, man. Stay fresh, stay clean, get yourself a nice fucking cologne. Stay fresh. And that's it.
Okay. And as far as I go, make sure you guys are staying up as well. Make sure that you are taking care of yourselves. Eat right. Balance it out. Have a little sweets here and there, but make sure you do balance and be honest. Work hard. Work smart. And make sure you're checking out Poggers. Okay, link in the description. Get yourself some hydration. Get yourself some sleep. Get yourself some energy. And the best part about it is that it's not even bad for you. They got no artificial colors, and there's no sugar, and there's something else that's a part of it that I can't remember off the top of my head. But I said all the main parts. So with that all being said, it's been your boy, Ooch, Gleeful Iceman, Brother Ooch. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves. May the power protect, keep it locked, loaded right here on this podcast. Stay safe, stay clean, and stay the hell inside. And we'll see y'all next time.